There's only so many places I could name that I would love to go to around the world. In the following video, I will be naming 3 countries that are a must. Starting off with Italy. Italy is famous for its art, music, language, style, and iconic food. Holding about 62 million people as of 2019, the country has a long history. Rome was founded in 753 BC. When the Roman Empire broke down, there were many separate kingdoms and cities, which is beyond fascinating to learn about the kings and queens who ruled Italy. Italy is popular for its many scenic ports, sandy beaches, and amazing views. One interesting fact for our downters out there is that Bello was originated in Italy, which is pretty cool. Italy has a variety of amazing things to do, from beautiful views and beaches to large mountains and even volcanoes who are still active. Something I would love to do in Italy is visit the Alps mountains, which reach up to a height of 9,843 feet. Another place I would undoubtedly go in Italy is Venice. This is known as the life of Italy. With tons of carnivals all around the year, this place is built on islands and it stands as one of the funnest places to visit in Italy. The second country I have chosen is the United States. Some call it the greatest country in the world or the land of opportunity. The USA is home to some of the most spectacular scenery in the world and some of the most recognizable icons on the globe. Some famous traditions and holidays in the United States include the 4th of July, which is when the USA gained independence. On this day, all Americans come together to celebrate with loved ones, to throw some fireworks and celebrate for the freedom on this country. Christmas and Christmas Eve are also traditions celebrated here. As to some it is a religious holiday, to others it is simply a day to come together, eat, celebrate, and exchange gifts. The USA is home to every single type of person around the world. Millions of different ethnic groups, cultures, and traditions live here day to day. The landscape varies across this large country, from the tropical beaches of Florida, to the snowy peaks of the Rocky Mountains, to the rolling prairie lands and barren deserts in the west, to the huge areas of dense wilderness in the north. Interspersed throughout are the Great Lakes, the Great Canyon, and the majestic Yosemite Valley and the mighty Mississippi River. With many beautiful states such as California, New York, Florida, Ohio, and many more, the United States is filled of many exciting and fun places to visit. So it is definitely somewhere you should go. Last but definitely not least, Egypt. Egypt is and was one of the most greatest and powerful civilizations in the history of the world. It lasted for over 3,000 years from 3150 BC to 30 BC. The civilization of ancient Egypt was located along the Nile River in northeast Africa. My favorite part about Egypt is the pyramids, which are a must-go-to. The pharaohs of Egypt were often buried in giant pyramids or in secret tombs. They believed that they needed treasure to be buried with them in order to help them in the afterlife. As a result, archaeologists have a lot of well-preserved artifacts and tombs to examine in order to find out how they lived. They were one of the many first civilizations to invent writing. They used ink and paper called papyrus and invented the 365 days a year calendar. Egypt has a rich history that is wrapped in mystery. Even though archaeologists and anthropologists know a lot about ancient Egypt today, there is still a lot to know about the pyramids and Egyptian pharaohs. Much of Egypt's culture today can be traced back to ancient traditions and festivals, since many Egyptian families have lived in the country for generations. The country also has a thriving economy. It is perfectly located on 2 continents and has access to many trading networks, which it utilizes to forge relationships with many countries. Today, the country is unified and independent and is rich with culture and history and is definitely a must-go-to.